What's good, Commanders fans? Today's preview video is brought to you by BetUS. Hope everybody had a happy holiday and a happy new year coming up as well. Shout out to BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. So I do want to get into this preview. I'm not going to do too much into the injury report. I already talked about it. But of course, I still have to go over it because of the Marshawn Lattimore news and De'Ami Brown and Andrew Wiley. Three players that are starters and significant contributors. We need a receiver other than Terry to step up. Other guys did step up last game, like Zacchaeus and Crowder, and De'Ami Brown had a big catch last game too, even though he had a fumble. But those guys, all of them, Wiley too, even though I like Cornelius Lucas too, they are legitimate. I'm not saying some of them are no shade to De'Ami Brown, but they are starters for our team. They are starters and key contributors to our team for sure. All right, so let's go with storylines here. So, of course, it's our first time to 11 wins. Our possible first time to 11 wins since 1991. The Eagles do play the Cowboys. Kenny Pickett is starting, so there still is. The door is a little open for the NFC East. I'm not gonna be gung ho on that, but you gotta be aware of that for sure. We can win. We can get in before the game even starts if the Panthers beat the Buccaneers, but we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna take care of our own business. Winning, you're in with this game, and we could possibly be 12-5 in 2 weeks as well. Of course, Dan Quinn was with the Falcons. We know what happened there. He did make it to the Super Bowl, but one of the worst losses in history. But Dan Quinn's done a heck of a job here, man. He really does. He really has. He definitely isn't Coach of the Year running. Raheem Morris was here with the Skins. Raheem Morris coached under Dan Quinn as well, so a lot of familiarity there. They are good friends. Kirk Cousins is not playing, of course, with Michael Penix starting. Mikey Sammer still picked off Michael Penix in the championship game last year, so that's the last time that those two faced off. So let's see if Mikey Sammer still can do it again. And there's a stat saying first time since 1950 that both rookie starting quarterbacks had starting records facing each other since 1950. So that is pretty insane. Also, I am going to the game. There is going to be a light show starting at 7:45, I heard. This is going to be the first light show that the Commanders are hosting. This is per Nikki Javala. She said Sunday's Falcons Commanders game will mark the first time Northwest Stadium will be able to go dark during player introduction. So we have seen that with other teams. We've seen that with the Ravens a lot. We've seen that in college where they turn the lights off when the home team scores touchdowns. So I'm intrigued to see if they do that. Like it's gonna be lit. Like Terry McLaurin gets a touchdown, they turn off the lights, they flash lights and stuff like that. Like that's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm intrigued to see the light show. And this is what happens when you win and you have different ownership and different innovative leadership that's hip to today and the home game experience. So I'm intrigued to see. This gonna be my first time at Northwest Stadium. I mean, I went to a bunch of games last year, but this is the first time at Northwest Stadium I get to see if they change anything or change the fan experience. I know there's the Legend Plaza that opens at like 6, where you get to take a picture with the legend of the game and stuff like that. I did do that last year with shout out to my guy Brandon Scott. I forgot the guy. I think it was either Lorenzo Alexander or I can't remember the player's name. I really can't. I can't remember the player. I got a picture with him though. So I'm gonna try my best to do that. I'm gonna try to get there early too. So weather permitted, guys. Of course, I'm going rain or shine or whatever. But it's gonna be 60 degrees in December, which is insane, and it is supposed to rain. So they definitely could affect the game for sure. All right, so that's it with the storylines. Let's get to the game stuff here. So keys to victory for me, it's gonna be real simple again. Let's start off with the offense. So get the ball to Terry McLaurin again. And I do want to go over the Falcons' pressure rate. So they don't pressure the quarterback well at all. Now they have over the past couple weeks, because they played inferior opponents. They played the Giants, with Drew Lock was awful. They played who else did they play? They played another really bad team. Oh, the Raiders with Desmond Ridder. So they played some of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL, and they got pressure on those guys. So don't look at those last 2 weeks and be like, oh my gosh, their defense is surging, which they could have a good game, but you just never know. But looking at the trends of what they usually do, they don't get pressure on the quarterback. They're 29.2. They have a 29.2% pressure rate, which is third lowest in the NFL. Quarterbacks have been sacked on 4.6% of dropbacks, which is the lowest rate in the NFL. They're dead last in sacks. They're 28th in third down defense. They're 27th in QBR rating allowed. 23rd in red zone defense. So they're bad in a lot of categories. They don't have a premier pass rusher. Yes, they do have Matt Judon. They do have a couple guys that can get after the quarterback, but they just don't have a guy where it's like, oh my gosh, like before when we had to play against Trey Hendrickson, we had to play against Myles Garrett, we had to play against Michael Parsons. We've had to play against a lot of good pass rushers TJ Watt. And usually when we play against good pass rushers, they end up with 0 sacks, 0 pressures, or they get pressures, but 0 sacks, 0 tackles. We've done that to a couple guys, Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns. We've done that to a lot of premier pass rushers for sure. And a lot of that is Jaden Daniels and Cliff working together. Jaden Daniels just being a great quarterback and evading the rush, except for that Saints game. But my point is that they don't pressure the quarterback, and we have to take advantage of that. They're not good on third downs, and we are a fourth down team. We have to take advantage of that. So we definitely should be available to move the football easily and willfully, like we have for the most part of the season. So I do want to give a quick shout out to BetUS as well. Make sure you guys sign up. First time you get 125% deposit bonus match up to $2,000 using promo code YouTube150. Also, your second and third time using BetUS, you get 125% deposit bonus match up to $2,000. So your first time is 150% deposit bonus match up to $2,000 on BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. So my play of the day for the game is Terry McLaurin over 4.5 receptions. You look at, they actually just bumped it to 5.5. But honestly, I'd probably still take it, and then I'm going to take the under on this game too. The under is like 48, and I think it's going to go under because of the weather. I think we're still going to be able to move the ball. There's still going to be points on the board, but just not a lot, not in the 30s. I think it's going to be in the lower 20s in this game, so I would take the under on BetUS. So Terry McLaurin, 5.5 receptions. We just don't have a lot of other receivers to really throw the ball to. And they made it a point for, and Terry's an all-pro, man. He's an all-pro. So get your all-pro to football. Get him at least 6 catches. 6 catches should be modest, in my opinion. So is that plus 125? Anytime touchdown scores, if you want to go with that, I always take B-Rob, always take Terry, always take one of those 2 guys, and then Jaden Daniels. One of the 3 should hit for sure. But my play of the day is Terry McLaurin over 5.5 receptions. I had it at 4.5, but I'll take it at 5.5. All right. So yeah, they don't pressure the football. They don't pressure the quarterback. So we have to take advantage of that. Establish the run game with B-Rob. He's got to play better. Whether it's Chris Rodriguez, Jerry McNichols, one of those guys got to step up and establish a run game. Same thing with Cliff, establishing a run game. Jaden uses legs. He has been on run game the past couple weeks. I think that should continue against the Falcons. Bo Nix threw 4 touchdowns and 0 picks against the Falcons. Sam Darnold threw 5 touchdowns and 0 picks against the Falcons. Jordan Addison had 133 yards receiving. Justin Jefferson had 132 yards receiving against the Falcons. So if you want to take Terry McLaurin's receiving yards as well, Marquez Valdes-Scantling had 109 receiving yards against the Falcons and 2 touchdowns. The Falcons secondary, like, they have good players like Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates, but they give up a lot of passing yards. For whatever reason, they give up a lot of passing yards, and they don't pressure the quarterback. They don't really force a lot of turnovers like that either against the quarterback. So I really feel like Jaden Daniels should have a Jaden Daniels day. He might have to be Houdini and put the team on his back again. But I just don't see the defense. I don't see the Falcons' defense really holding us and stopping us, to be honest with you, at all. All right. Finish in the red zone. Like I said, they're 23rd in red zone defense. Convert on third downs. Jaden uses legs, but look to throw as well. Be aggressive on 4th down again. If Dan Quinn wants to go for it on 4th and 11, 4th and 14, it is what it is. I'm trusting him in this situation. There are going to be some times where you probably should take the field goal or just, kick the field goal. You got to see the flow of the game. But with Jaden Houdini, I kind of trust him 4th and 4, 4th and 11. Then, yeah, hey, go for it. You got to start fast. You got to win the time of possession. Get the ball to Terry McLaurin. Other receivers have to step up. Is KJ Osborne playing? Is Chris Moore playing? Who's going to step up other than Terry McLaurin? No penalties that kill drives in the red zone is a home field advantage. There should be way more Commanders fans than Falcons fans. Not saying the Falcons don't have a strong fan base, but they don't travel like the Giants, the Eagles, the Steelers, the Cowboys. Like, it's not gonna. They don't have a fan base that travels like that. They just don't. Defense, keep it simple. Slow down Bijan Robinson in the run game. He's a darn good running back. He's very elusive. He leads the league in forced missed tackles, so you have to tackle. You have to wrap up. You need a big game from Bobby Wagner, Jonathan Allen, who should be playing. Johnny Newton, Deron Payne, Frankie Louvu. They all got to step up and slow down the run game. Sheldon Day, it starts up front for sure. Pressure and speed up Michael Penix. He is a rookie, so this is only his 2nd start. Yes, I think he's a solid quarterback. He had a solid game against the Giants, who are a bad team. He's not scared to throw the ball downfield. He's a smart player. He's more mobile than what his statistics show. Is he going to run and scramble for 20 yards down the field? Probably not. But can he get a first down on a 3rd and 5? Probably. So be ready for that. Be prepared. and pressure, speed him up, man. He's a rookie, so we got to throw the kitchen sink at him and confuse him, because if he has time, he's going to hit Darnell Mooney. He's going to hit Drake London on Ben St. Juice. He's going to hit Ray McLeod. He'll hit Kyle Pitts over the middle of the field. If you give him time, he's a calm, cool, and collected quarterback that has a lot of football experience. And yes, he's had a couple ACL injuries, but he's a smart quarterback and a solid quarterback. And this class has been a good rookie class, so you just have to be prepared for him. But once again, he's a rookie, so I'm not expecting him to go out there and light the world on fire, but he's capable of hurting us and moving the ball downfield, especially with a strong run game. You have to make them one-dimensional and slow down Bijan Robinson. I'm not going to say we're going to stop him and hold him like 40 yards on the ground, but I think 60 yards on the ground, if you hold him to 60, I think that's a good day. Interior pressure from John Allen, Deron Payne, Johnny Newton, tackle, and ball is life. Got to take the ball away. Frankie Louvu did a good job of that. Force an interception, force a fumble, punch the ball out. We have to force an interception, or force a turnover and flip the field and catch interceptions. Ben St. Juice, the one interception in his career was against the Falcons. I know it's terrible Desmond Ridder, but let's see if he can duplicate that and finish plays. Help Ben St. Juice. Are we going to have to play two high safeties, but we're going to have to limit big plays? I already talked about that. Special teams, no missed kicks, no muff punts, clock management and challenges. And that's really it, guys. Clock management, decision-making, 2-minute warning, challenges, analytical decisions by Dan Quinn, which he's been really good at for the most part. But he has to be very, very sharp on that. So this is my final prediction. I do think Jaden has a good game and puts on the Houdini cape again. I do have us winning this game 23-20. That's why I have the under in this game. 23-20. It's going to be a solid game. I think we're going to be winning 23-10. Something like that. Then 23-13. We're going to be up 23-13. They score a touchdown. And then they make it 23-20. They kick an onside kick. We recover it. And then we take the quarterback. We take the nil victory formation. And we win 11 games since 1999. We clinch a playoff berth. And we're partying like it's 1999. And we go into a happy new year and celebrate the year with a nice Commanders victory for sure. And left hand up and all that good stuff. So I think it's going to be a big party after the game. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm excited to go there and be there. You guys, comment down below and let me know if you guys are going, of course. Should be a great time. I think it's burgundy on burgundy, if I'm not mistaken, for the jersey colors or colorway. So I'll probably be wearing my hoodie and probably be wearing my bomber jacket as well. So as always, you guys enjoy your weekend. Hail Commanders, and shout out to Bet US. Peace.